YouTube, so you can check out the screen share that's going to be showing on YouTube. It's youtube.com/techmoneytalks. You can go there and you're going to see the screen share right now. And let me see a couple of more things. I'm just making some notes here. All right. So let me check the platform just to make sure that I'm going live on the other platforms, and then we're going to get things started. Data online. We're looking pretty good. So like I said, you're welcome to go to YouTube if you want to see the screen share. So I'm actually going to be sharing the screen, and there's a camera view that's coming from the screen as well. But I'm going to be going live, but you can also listen here on Instagram. But this is going to be a live recording of the podcast. It's April 2nd. So I got my coffee here. You can see that is live. Let me take a drink and we're going to go live right now. Okay. So let me switch the screen here. And we are now going live. All right. I'm going to get in the zone here. Okay. Hey, everybody. It's April 2nd, and I'm just giving a release date intro of the podcast Tech Money Talks. A lot has happened since the last episode. And I'm telling you, now, since then, the United States is now the highest number of cases of the coronavirus. The financial impact continues, and there's a lot going on. You probably are now getting, I'm seeing people posting, you're probably getting that stimulus check right now, which is really cool. So I say do the responsible thing, be most prepared, and do the most responsible things if you were fortunate to receive that stimulus check. But I would say, a lot of things are going crazy. So even some people ask me, hey, are you still working out? Are you still doing the rise and grind? And I am still working out, doing the rise and grind. It's from home. And actually, let me see, I brought it with me here. So this is P90X. If you can see on YouTube, I'm doing a live stream right now while we're recording the podcast, and then you can check it out on Instagram as well. So I'm doing the live stream. It's P90X, and I tell you, man, that still kicks my ass every time. And you're always pushing yourself. And I remember having a really awesome workout. With the bands, I do have weights and things like that. And now I'm getting my boys involved as well. They're doing it with me. And I tell you, it's a serious workout. So P90X has been helping, getting that on a weekly basis. And I tell you, it's really great. So still get your rise and grind in. That's important as well. So people were asking about that. But a lot of things, a quick story, and this goes in alignment with what's happening and what's going on, is that I actually had a friend that was just telling me, he's in Chicago, and he got robbed. He got robbed for his groceries. So this is all about being prepared. And I was really surprised to hear that. He said, I don't even think it was at night. Maybe it was like, twilight. But he said he remembered, walking out of Trader Joe's with a couple of bags of groceries. And with that, he was walking out, and he said he saw, like these three strange dudes like across the street, and they looked like thugs, and they basically started screaming and running towards him. And my friend, he's like a 6'4", pretty big dude, and he's never been a person to really back down from anything. But he said he just dropped the groceries and ran. He said he didn't even want to fool around. He said they looked desperate, so kind of desperate thugs. And this happened in Chicago. So he was really concerned. And if you're watching the live stream on YouTube, that, he then said he applied for his FOID card. He wanted to get, a firearm to be able to, protect himself and stuff like that. So this goes in alignment with being prepared. And if you've been following me, I post a few things on the stories as well that we were at the shooting range getting prepared as well. So if you're looking at the live screen, there was me, with the shotgun, but basically teaching my boys how to shoot and be prepared as well. So all the different types of firearms that we have to make sure that we're prepared, and you want to be prepared as well. So I'd say safety is important. We don't know where this is going, but I mean, if a lot's changed over the past 2 to 3 weeks, and it's changing rapidly. And we hear on the news that, and the president says it's going to get worse. Already it feels worse, and it's going to get worse over the next 2 weeks. And if I'm hearing, my personal friend who said that he was robbed, and now he's, going to take actions, be sure that you can prepare yourself, because, the same thing, like as, the hand sanitizers and the toilet paper were selling out, 9mm ammunition was selling out at the same time. So it's something that you want to be prepared about, and it's really important. So just wanted to share that with you there as a quick story. But the other thing that I wanted to start out with, and I had this on the screen if you're watching, finding winning products. And I want to tell you a story that, stuff that's working for me. So I got all these, paid tools and techniques. There's free techniques, paid techniques. And I go through it, and I help people within our insiders group. But I want to share some tips with you that's working for me right now. So I actually have a quick story to tell. This was a bidets, and I started selling this. And one of the cool things, there's a lot of things that go into sales. And Russell Brunson says very well that, in every sale, you want to make sure you're covering the hook, the story, and the offer. And you want to touch on each point, because that's what actually gets the sales going through. So in this case, you could see, like we talked about, there's a toilet paper shortage. So what's an alternative? What's a solution to the pain point of not having toilet paper because you can't find it in the shelves? Well, a bidet is a solution. So in selling that and offering it there, I'll even read this to you, because this is actually going to be a podcast recording that I'm going to release. So it's like, cover your rear in emergencies, right? And that's kind of like a humorous way. While everyone else is scrambling, anyone who wants to clean themselves should buy one. If you have no toilet paper or can't go to the store to buy, then this is for you. And, I won't go through the whole thing, but it's actually selling. And I put a cap on there, a limit. So it's like the maximum you can buy is 5. And it creates that psychological impact. Now you just told the customer something that they can't do. And what do people want to do? People want to do stuff that, people tell them that they can't do. So they're like, well, why can't I have more than 5? And so all of a sudden, in this case, somebody bought 5. Somebody bought 5 of them. And so if you're watching on the screen right now on YouTube, you can see that, yeah, somebody bought 5 of them, which was a $300 sale just for the bidet, which is pretty awesome. Now, I'm going to actually share another screen. So if you're watching on YouTube or LinkedIn, you can see my screen here. Other products that I'm currently launching right now, which is taken off. So we have this here is the Ionic necklace, air purifier. And actually, let me read the ad copy. This goes into telling the story to actually get the sale, and this is important. So I'm going to read this ad copy to you, because this is actually being released on the podcast. So let me read this to you. So, amazing new wearable tech. Do you remember the Sharper Image selling those home Ionic air purifiers? It would clean the air of a 300 square foot room with no filter. The Ionic device would target mold, fungi, bacteria, viruses, odors, and volatile organic compounds in the air. Acting like a magnet, it would gobble up those bad particles. Now imagine you could wear that same technology around your neck in the form of a necklace. To be honest with you, I'm afraid to go out shopping. I was at the grocery store the other day, and it was weird to see on the shelves were empty in the grocery store. It felt like everybody was on high alert. Then there was an announcement in the store where it said everybody should stay at least 2 shopping cart lengths away from each other while you're shopping in the store. I was waiting for my turn in line at the deli department while the person waiting next to me sneezed. Oh my God, I quickly held my breath. I couldn't wait to get away. I almost left my turn in line just to get away. Even though we're supposed to be 6 feet away, it felt like it wasn't far enough. I then hear in the news about how some particles can travel up to 24 feet in distance. I searched on Google to see what other people were doing. I was so happy when I discovered this new wearable tech. It's like having a magnet around your neck for these bad particles. The necklace will get these bad particles instead of letting them float around your face for you to breathe into your mouth or into your nose. I feel so much safer wearing it. You should have one too. It's just like having hand sanitizer or keeping a distance and not touching your face. It feels like this is one more tool that you should have in your tool chest, especially if you have to go out in public. You need one of these. This is your chance to buy one and to buy one for your family. Right now, there's a special offer. You can buy two, get one free. Get yours here while supplies last. There's limited supply. So you could see, okay, so now I'm done reading the ad copy here, but you could see that story just made that so compelling, right? So you could see that that story just like, okay, really raised the power of this necklace pendant, and it's an ionic purifier, so it's the same technology there. This thing is selling, so I'm launching that. Going through the screen here. There's another one, a sanitizing, spin scrubber brush that's now in the works that I'm launching. There's this other hygienic, steamer that's going off. So you can see the pattern here of things in necessity. This type of foldable, shopping bag. It's eco-friendly. And then here is like a respiratory inhaler that you can have, a personal one, because there's a lack of it all around the world. If you actually need one of those, then you could have one for your home as well. So these are some product selections, some things that I've been launching, and it's been really taken off, and I wanted to share that with you. And so for those of you listening on the podcast, because this is a live stream podcast recording, you can go to products.techmoneytalks.com, go to products.techmoneytalks.com, and you can actually find out. I have a video that goes into all the strategies on finding winning products, and you could do the same thing. So it's an actual video that I did for a Chicago group and showing all the steps, and it goes in alignment with everything that I just talked about here as far as the winning products go. Now, the next thing that I want to announce is that we're going to be having Myron Golden as the next upcoming podcast featured guest. This guy is awesome. So if you're watching on the live stream, he's very powerful business stage speaker. His clients are actual $1 million producers that he helps take to the next level. I met him at the Funnel Hacking Live event in Nashville, and it's really awesome. So he agreed to be on the podcast. It's already recorded. It's coming out soon. So I say stay tuned for that. That's actually coming out. And the next is, okay, so if you want to see more of this live stream action, you can actually even plug into our insiders group. So we do more of these things on Facebook and with Zoom live stream technology. So we do a bunch of those. So let me know if you like this kind of stuff. If it comes off, it's hitting home. We actually did a live stream with Kevin Zhang. You can actually find the recordings on YouTube. So I say go to youtube.com/techmoneytalks and you'll find it there. But really awesome stuff. So I just wanted to do a live stream podcast. This is going to be a podcast that's going to be released, and I want to see how it goes through. But I wanted to give some tips of the products that are working for me so that you can go out there and get it to work for you as well. So this is the end of the podcast here. I'm going to end it right here, but stay tuned. There's a lot of great stuff to come out, and be safe, be prepared, and do your best right there. Follow, plug in, stay with a tight group. That's the best that you can do. So I wish all of you guys, stay safe out there. Stay tuned into the podcast. If you like this kind of stuff, give a thumbs up, and I really appreciate the support. But I'm going to keep coming out. I'm still producing a lot of things, and it's really awesome. So stay tuned, guys.